and gentlemen, welcome back to Doctor Who Reviews. This week we are reviewing Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror. And I'm joined by my two usual co-hosts. Firstly, to my virtual left, he's illuminating its freezing inferno.
I like that. Also, happy birthday, Tom Baker.
Indeed, 86 years young today.
Mm.
And to my virtual right, she's shocking. Positively shocking. It's Kat.
This was a pretty good episode.
I like the way you subverted what happened last week.
That was very good.
I'm not going to clap because it will spike the audio, but applause for that.
Hey, Rainiac.
Yes.
Enjoy the editing job.
Yes, but that doesn't spike my audio because that's not my audio, you dumbass. I've been my microphone audio.
I mean, friend, it's almost like nobody told you life would be this way.
Oh, this is just
if
starting.
you are American, you have the compulsion to do that.
This is just starting swimmingly. So,
We always do.
Kat said it best, I think. This was a pretty damn good episode.
Yeah, this is a good episode. This is good. And you don't have to quantify that good with, like, it was a goddamn mess, but the emotional core really stuck with me, or anything like you had to do with Orphan 55.
No, it was just objective. It was just good.
It was Tesla!
I give this episode 5 Teslas out of Tesla.
Tesla!
Can you tell that one of our party really, really likes Tesla?
Yes, it's me. I am the Tesla fan aficionado. That Tesla is quite a slippery devil. Yes, he was. Wow.
I'm more into Edison.
Oh, we'll get to Edison. But,
I'm sorry for that joke, Tesla. I did it. You're awesome.
I did it for the Vine!
Pretty much. Well, I mean, we wouldn't have Vine without Tesla, so...
That's very true. She did it all for the nookie. So, moving on to the episode, then. Can I just say, I love the title, the actual title.
Who doesn't love the title? It's so pulpy and great. Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror.
I keep expecting a lightning bolt to strike every time someone says that.
Like a fucking lightning bolt, and Vincent Price is cackling in the background.
It's almost like one of those old serials, like Flash Gordon. Just have this hokey title. Perfect.
The 13 Ghosts of Doctor Who. Right, so...
That was actually, since we're on the 13th Doctor, that actually could work if you do like some sort of weird gonzo story about
fact,
Doctor.
fans of that show, they never caught the 13th ghost until last year.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
She's right. She's absolutely right. And some other bullshit happened.
If you have actually gone and seen that movie, you would know why I'm so ticked off at that movie.
Some other crap happened that we won't go into. So the writer for this is a newcomer. Always fun when we get a newcomer to the show because you never quite know what you're going to get. She's not quite a newcomer. She has been a script editor for It Takes You Away and The One Who Fell to Earth. But this is the first episode penned by Nina Metivier.
Oh, so she actually knows what a good episode of Doctor Who is.
Clearly, because she just wrote one.
Yeah, that too. Nina Metivier.
I think it's Metivier.
Her research.
She did.
Metivier?
I think it's Metivier because I think it's an accident. It might be Metivier, but I'll go for Metivier. She's best known as a producer and a writer for young adult TV shows in this country, for the children's network CBBC. There's Dixie, which is basically teen Facebook. It's an interactive mystery show about a fictional social network. And has a link to Doctor Who because Kablam's Claudia Jessie is in it.
Oh.
She's Kira Arlo. She gets blown up in Kablam.
Oh, God.
There's also the A-list.
We'll gloss over that.
There is. There's also the A-list where it's a mysterious island summer camp, and there's a girl with mysterious powers, and yeah, you get the idea. Young adult.
Mm-hmm. Are you sure it wasn't written by Stephen King?
Quite possibly. What? So looking at Metivier's background,
it's not in Maine. You know, it's not written by him.
What if his pseudonym?
Oh. No. Anyway, it's interesting that you say that she scripted the woman who fell to Earth, because that's going to be key in my analysis of Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror.
Good to know.
So
you would be forgiven then for looking at her background, thinking, don't expect too much about this episode, and you'd be wrong because she knocked it out of the park.
It's good Doctor Who.
It's good Doctor Who. You know what's not good about Doctor Who? Spoilers.
Oh, God. What did the BBC do now?
Not the BBC.
What did over-enthusiastic Twitter users do now?
Finger of shame pointed squarely at the Mirror and the Metro newspapers.
Hey! Don't... Oh, wait. The Mirror newspaper.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Their website published an article entitled 5 Huge Questions We Have After Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror. 24 hours before the episode went to air.
Wow.
They pulled the article quickly, but not quickly enough for some people.
Someone got fired.
Some people saw it and they were not happy at all. They saw it. Also, the Metro one wasn't huge questions. It was 5 Huger questions because they misspelled the E for an R. so somebody got doubly fired.
Proofread your shit.
Or just don't put the article until after the episode, you dumbass.
Oh, God, I gotta get these hot takes out.
You remember that thing that BBC would do where they would give a preview of the episode for him?
Oh, yeah.
Several minutes ahead of the episode. They did that for Orphan 5. Did not do that for this episode.
Good.
Yeah, good.
See, I thank my lucky stars the CTV Sci-Fi channel doesn't do that up here. Also, can I just say that is a horrible name for a channel, and it was previously called Space, which is a great name for a sci-fi fantasy channel. CTV Sci-Fi channel just sounds so goddamn generic, and I hate it.
Well, I mean, it could be worse. You could have had the Sci-Fi channel, and then it got turned into Sippy.
It's still pronounced sci-fi, but it's spelled Sippy.
And then they decide, hey, you know what fits on our channel now? Wrestling!
Not anymore, I don't think.
Well, I mean, it could be worse. It could be the History Channel here, which is all about aliens.
God.
I don't want to say it's aliens, but it's aliens.
Anyway.
That's actually where the aliens guy came from, was the History Channel.
A little bit of spring clean we have to get out of the way before we get into the episode proper. The pre-publicity photos, one of them featured a gun, which shows up in the episode.
Okay.
It's a Silurian gun, and this prompted fans to speculate that they would actually appear in the episode. Now, they didn't. I thought it was just going to be a reused prop, because that's not unheard of for shows like Doctor Who. Who've got a, should we say, limited budget to reuse props and sometimes designs, as we'll touch on with the monster later on. But there's a slight problem with that, isn't there? Because Silurians are not alien.
No, they're not.
And the whole concept of the monster is that they were taken from alien races.
Well,
they'd never been to Earth. So how did they get the gun? I'm wondering if maybe originally it was just a reused prop, and someone thought, they're going to recognise this as a Silurian gun, so let's just add a line in that explains it's a Silurian gun.
I can work around that.
Yeah.
They've been taking some parts from Tesla, right? And they've been, like, going all around the world and spying shit, looking for the best stuff. Correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe they found old-timey...
That's
one way of explaining it away, I guess.
It's an easy plot hole to fill. It's not, like, a consequential episode ruining, like, contradiction or anything.
It's such a minor thing that we shouldn't really waste too much time on it.
Like you can write your way out of that if you really want to, but like 4 or 5 different ways. Nina Metivier, I'm just going to say it like that. Apologies if that's wrong. Is more focused on the episode and getting a good pace, and the beats that matter, rather than maybe somebody will think this is a bad thing.
Why did you take the Shaggy from Scooby Doo?
It's because you were I think I channeled because you were talking about...
We're back to 13 Ghosts again, yeah. And so we come full circle, again.
The 13 Ghost Monuments of Doctor Who.
Oh, God!
Oh, Christ!
One was enough.
Do not apologize.
One was more than enough.
Oh, it's just going to get worse from here.
I know. I'm resigned to it at this stage. So let's move on to something we can talk about in some detail. I think this is one of, if not the most impressive performance so far by one Jodie Whittaker.
Yeah.
She just sparkles in this episode.
She really does.
And it's because of stuff I don't know when we'll get to it. Maybe when we talk about Tesla himself, we'll get to it.
Well, they are quite tied into each other, but yes.
Well, that's not quite the word I'll use, but let's not play our card just yet.
Yeah, keep your powder dry. Preferably all the way to the end of the podcast and beyond, but you won't.
Oh, I definitely won't.
Thank you for confirming my worst fear. So, other than the Tesla stuff, she has some nice scenes with Edison, but she really shines towards the end, when she's confronting the main villain. And just that line about, when you die, all that'll be left is a trail of blood and other people's inventions. Oh my God, I got chills.
Dang.
That's what we've been missing. That's what this Doctor's been missing. Yes, she's a pacifist. Yes, she prefers the non-violent option. But when that's not an option anymore, she can lay down the law.
Time Lord Victorious.
And lightning bolts and shit.
Yes, thunder and lightning, very, very frightening for the Skiffer Queen.
This is Tesla, not Galileo.
Nice.
Fuck.
I will say that because so much focus is on the Doctor and on the aliens and on Tesla and Edison, the companions, they have a bit to do here and there. Yes, it's not a fourth wheel.
Yeah.
She's not a fourth wheel for once. That part goes to Graham.
God. He
And
does
he
get
gets
some
nice
fun
lines.
lines, though.
He does
He
get
gets
some great
good
lines.
I liked him calling it a slime gun.
Slime laser plaster, yeah.
You got to tell off Edison.
Yeah, oi, ACDC! And I think my favourite moment of his was where they're saying, "Oh, we're going to defend the lab." Don't worry, boys. This ain't our first rodeo. We've never been to a rodeo. You're not helping, Ryan.
You get some good material. Like I think the companions are well served in this one overall.
Yeah. One of the big criticisms of the Chibnall era is the dialogue is not very good.
Graham's dialogue worked here.
Yeah, people of Ingersoll call it dialogue, but
Oh God!
you can thank the EP Discord for that one.
Oh, thanks, y'all.
You can thank them for a lot of things, but you can specifically thank them for that particular joke.
That's good.
I thought the dialogue was better. It's not as clunky as Spyfall Part 1 and 2.
Well,
They were fun episodes too, but this is not as clunky, and therefore I think is probably on balance better.
Mm.
I mean, opinions are a wonderful thing because they're all subjective, but I think on balance this is the best episode so far.
Yes.
I
I am biased, though. So.
I think I can say that. The only one that comes really close to it in terms of this is actually Spyfall 1.
Yeah.
which was really fun and exciting. And this is also fun and exciting, but Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror is written better, so we'll give it the nod.
It's a toss-up between those two episodes so far. I mean, we've still got 6 to go.
Which is wild. We're not even halfway done this yet.
There is a very good chance...
No.
Well, no. There is a chance that something knocks this off the top spot.
No. No.
Okay, let me rephrase that. There is a chance for me and Jerry that something knocks this off the top spot. For Kat, not at all. This is already number 1, in place, set in stone. Thank you and good night.
Tesla!
Tesla.
Like, you don't even know. I have so much to say once we get to Tesla.
I know. Well, I don't know for sure, but...
I have a few things I can say. So, this section of the podcast is going to be very fun for me.
Yes, this section of the podcast is brought to you by Kat shouting the word Tesla.
And me shouting, well, the other word that I like to shout.
Edison?
Yes, Reniak. Edison.
Well,
How dare you?
why don't we, instead of putting it off anymore, why don't we just get to it? Nikola Tesla.
Yes, fangirlish glee.
What a performance.
Oh,
Can I just say, the best part about this guy is, not only is this man perfect and looks a lot like Tesla, he's actually Croatian. And Tesla was born in Croatia.
Hey, nice.
They actually got someone of the ethnicity. I was like, ah!
Accuracy and shit.
Maybe it was a coincidence, but he's a good actor in his own right. I mean, it's Goran Visnich.
It's very good.
From ER and other things I think I mentioned last week that I've not bothered to put in my notes, so I can't remember them. Good job, me.
Well, I mean, I'm at least 95% sure they picked him because he actually looks like Tesla, and that's kind of...
He is perfect casting.
He is.
He's perfect.
He, like, gets everything just spot on. Oh, he's awesome.
I love the way that he's portrayed in this episode by Visnich. He's intelligent. He's extremely curious. He has this underlying sadness to him, though.
You know what?
Reminds you of a certain other.
Tesla was like.
Reminds you of a certain other character in this show, doesn't it?
He is very similar to the Doctor.
Oh.
Similar.
Let's just open palm slap this motherfucker down on the thing. Strong language warning. Doctor Who mirror alert.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was saving that for you. I didn't want to steal your thunder.
Well,
Bolt
you
of
can't
lightning.
steal mine.
All right.
Very, very frightening. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So no. In seriousness, this isn't me just doing the bit for the sake of it. Like, oh, here's a little incidental, like, sort of tiny crumb of subtext I can use to do the meme.
They meant this shit.
This is actual, like, the thematic hook of the episode, and it only is cemented by the fact that you mentioned that Nina Metivier.
Yeah.
Thank you. I blanked on her name for a second there. Oops. Was script editor on Woman Who Fell to Earth, because if you remember, one of the very first things they did with the Doctor and Woman Who Fell to Earth is they made her basically a steampunk inventor type, you know? I'm going to make a new sonic screwdriver out of a couple spoons and some stanza tech. Ooh, I'm cool. So Metivier takes that concept, the Doctor is inventor, and says, the Doctor is an inventor. The 13th Doctor is an inventor. That's neat. I should have her meet another famous inventor from history. Oh, how about Nikola Tesla? So you have this amazing chemistry and marrying between them, where that lovely scene where Tesla and the Doctor talk about the joys of just inventing.
That was gorgeous.
I really loved that scene. That was when this stuff was like, oh wow, there's like thematic stuff to this. I mean, in other ways, Tesla is a mirror of the Doctor. Clever and with a bit of sadness, like you said, much like the Doctor.
Let's be fair, Tesla came first.
Tesla came first, but yes. And Dorothy Scarrett, the lady he hangs around with all episode?
His assistant, yes, Miss Scarrett.
She's basically his companion. What was that?
I never thought of that.
What'd you say?
Dorothy's his secretary.
Secretary, yes. Well, she's basically Nikola Tesla's companion if we're going to have him as a mirror of the Doctor.
And then if you look at it closely, the queen of the Scorpion people is exactly like Edison.
Yeah, that's another... Yeah, this theme of inventing as a central focus, like, it's what motivates the Doctor and Tesla, and it's what morally offends them about the villains of the episode, and of Edison, for Tesla with Edison, and for the Doctor with the... What the fuck are those things? The Skithra Queen.
Yes. The Queen Skithra, yeah. Queen Skithra.
Like, this shit's got...
Scorpion.
Yeah. This episode has a theme! And it's woven in there! This is competent writing! And it's good, and it's great, and it's really emotionally resonant. Wow!
So you know Frez is totally into it.
Yeah! It's about Tesla, so you know Kat's totally into it. Holy shit! That ain't an episode that pleased both of us at once.
And I am here as well.
And Radiac is here too. You know, not like you're, you know, you're doing some like, I don't know, something like hosting the shit or something. I don't know.
Who does that? Seriously, on a podcast? No.
Oh god! But no, Tesla is great, and for the thematic resonance and because he's just a great actor and a great character. So,
Let
Kat,
me tell you about the actual man himself. And it's
give us some Tesla gushing.
Exactly like the Doctor. I mean, everything that you saw in the episode is pretty much how Tesla was. He was a huge germaphobe, as seen by when he was pushing through the crowd of people. He did not want to touch because they were all filthy and disgusting.
Wow.
You know, when he gets involved in his work, it used to be that he would only sleep for maybe 2 hours a night, simply because he was so involved in working and doing what he wanted. And then, just like the Doctor, he wasn't really a social person, but it said that when he was social, he could light up the entire room. Everybody was... And who else do you know sounds like that whenever they make big speeches or decide to do...
Yeah. Wow. So it's amazing that Metivier picked a perfect, I don't want to say the word mirror again, counterpart to the Doctor, who was actually like that in real life.
Parallel.
Parallel, thank you. And there was, and she got it right, mostly, according to our Tesla expert. I didn't even know the germaphobe thing, but like I didn't know that about Tesla like you did, so I'm sure there are plenty of moments in the episode.
He's known for wearing gloves a lot, and they didn't really have that, but I can understand why not, because it'd be awful to try to keep those gloves clean, I'm sure. But it's like, he was a very immaculate dresser. He was meticulous in how well he groomed himself, and he was always very presentable during the episode. He was, like, almost disturbingly smart. But there were also times where he had these visions, couldn't quite explain, but it just made him push forward even more. That bit at the end where he was talking about how the future is his, that's exactly a quote that he said. I mean, it's slightly off, but it's still pretty much exactly what he said. The present is theirs, but the future belongs to me.
Nice.
Yeah. She really did her homework, this writer.
So really, really accurate for all the Tesla stands out there.
Like me.
Like you.
Yes, all 6 Tesla stands out there.
Oh, and he had, like, all the women. I forgot to mention, he was, like, swimming in women.
Oh, goddamn.
That's another thing I liked about this episode, is the relationship between him and his secretary. Now, she's a fictional character, as far as I can make out.
It's completely real.
I couldn't find a real Dorothy Skerritt.
She's a real person.
Well, she didn't come up in a Google search.
Maybe you spelled her name wrong.
Seriously?
Maybe seriously, if you know otherwise.
Cat, do some googling. It's time for Raniac to get invited to the Iran server.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll find it for him.
Well, while you're searching for that, I love that. I love that whole ending where it's very bittersweet. Saying let them have the present. The present is theirs. I work for the future, and the future is mine. Knowing that nothing changes as a result of what he's done. He's still shunned as a bit of an eccentric. He still dies a pauper. But his genius still influences the modern world to this day. It would have been nice, and I see why she didn't do this, Nina Metivier. It might have been nice if she had taken Tesla into the future.
Vincent the Doctor.
Yeah, shown him that his invention still worked.
I was just about to say.
Tesla already had a vision of the future. He didn't need to see the future to know what was going to happen.
That's true.
He just wanted to invent. He wanted to give. I mean, he wanted to do free Wi-Fi, essentially, and other people were like, no, we're...
Yeah. He does see it work when he strikes the ship with a bolt of lightning from the generator, so he sees that work. I see what you're saying.
Can I give Nina Metivier praise for doing one thing?
Yes.
Or rather, not doing one thing. Tesla and Edison keep their goddamn memories at the end of the shit.
I thought some of them might bring this up. Thank you. Yes. Which makes Skyfall Part 2 even worse.
Yeah. So I retweeted a thing where it was just a meme of like Nina Metivier, Tesla and Edison keep their memories, and it's a clip from I think it's the first Avengers movie, and it's Nick Fury saying, "I recognize the council has made the decision, but given this a stupid ass decision, I've elected to ignore it."
That's exactly it.
I'm trying to find the thing on Dorothy Scarrett that I had before, and all I'm bringing up is recaps and reviews of Nikola.
Yes, this is what I did. This is what I did last night when I was preparing this.
But I know she's a real person.
Well, is she a real person, or is she a facsimile of his assistant?
No, she was a real person.
I can totally buy the fact that he had a female secretary or assistant. Because even Tesla, and I'll touch on this when we talk about Edison, but even Tesla, I think, has had elements of another real-life person added to his character. And Wildcat continues to search for proving that she's the one that should be invited to the You Wrong server and not me. His bigger on the inside moment.
Cute.
And he got it instantly. I loved that.
He nailed it so hard, this actor. I don't want to resort to gushing, but this really was one of the best performances from a guest star I've seen in quite some time.
Can I just say, this is less to do with Tesla and more to do with the direction of the episode. But there's that one shot of Tesla standing in the TARDIS with the blue light. I think you know the shot I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Plop that shot on here if you can find it in the end. If not, it's okay. But that shot is perfect. I love Tesla in it as well. It's good.
Yeah. I know the shot you mean, and it is perfect.
Mm.
And maybe it'll show up on the One Perfect Shot Twitter page. Maybe it won't, but...
As long as it shows up on screen right now, I'm good.
If I can find it, it will be on the screen right now.
Good.
But yeah, now the end to Skyfall Part 2 is even more awkward.
Did you say Skyfall?
I did originally. Spyfall Part 2.
Yeah. So you know, it's wild. We're giving Nina Metivier points for something that basically every other Doctor Who story already did. Because Spyfall was like, no, fuck, the sanctity of history must be preserved. Non-consensual mind-wise are good, actually.
And I've just been invited to the You're Wrong server because Dorothy Scarrett was a real person. Oh, it's spelt differently. Damn you, Doctor Who.
Yes.
Okay, you're allowed to gloat because you were right and I wasn't.
So, in other words, it's a day. So, in other words, it's a day that ends in a Y.
Wow.
She was one of 2 different secretaries, and I forget the name.
Well, Jimmy Wales is also being invited to the You're Wrong server then, because there isn't a page up for Dorothy Scarrett.
Well, I mean, to be fair, she was technically just a secretary back then. Wasn't really notable like, shit. Anna was.
Anna?
The chick from Spyfall Part
Ada!
2. Ada, whatever.
You're wrong!
This is like a fucking episode of Oprah. You're wrong, and you're wrong, and you're wrong.
We can make it Hollywood Squares, but I can stop telling people there, you fool.
You fool. Okay, Gilbert.
Gilbert Godfrey. That's one of the funniest things I've ever seen, seriously.
It really is.
He's just brilliant. If you want to laugh, watch him or listen to him reading out 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh God!
Oh my God! Yes, that's the best.
In particular,
the time where John Oliver got him to read Bigfoot porn.
Oh yes.
What?
Yes.
We're getting a little off topic, but what?
I'll link it to you later.
All the time he appeared on Fool Us and Fool Penn and Teller.
Oh my God!
Well, he didn't fool Penn and Teller directly, but the guy he was working with fooled them.
Amazing.
Because he even said, "We are not going to be fooled by Gilbert Godfrey," and then they were.
Oh my God! So Tesla.
Yeah, I think we cannot gush enough about Gordon Visnich's portrayal of Nikola Tesla.
He's good.
Now he's not good. This other guy, the very much the yang to Tesla's yin, is not good in the traditional sense of the word, but I think it's another strong performance. Let's talk a bit about Tesla's great rival, Thomas Edison.
That rat bastard.
I don't want to be the one that stands up for Thomas Edison here, but I think I'm going to have to a little bit.
History time.
He is portrayed as a bit of a bastard usually. And I think it's refreshing that Robert Glasner elects to not portray him as a total bastard. Yeah, all right, he's hard-nosed, he's businessman above all else, he wants to buy the TARDIS, which is hilarious.
God.
Or the inside of the TARDIS, to be more accurate. But he does show a more caring side. When the scorpion zombie projection thing attacks his factory and starts killing his workers, he is genuinely remorseful about it.
Oh well, yeah, he wasn't a complete.
I gotta tell this man's family. That
yeah, he says I had dinner with this man and his family just the other day. I had to tell his wife.
He saved that kid from the other scorpion.
Yeah, and he saves the towns. Well, we'll call them the citizens. I don't know if it's a town or a city, but of course he does it by exploiting the fact that he was stoking their fears about Nikola Tesla's experiments. So he doesn't get a complete pass.
It worked.
It suits him. It suits him to do this, but I don't think he was doing it. Oh, I'm going to get one up on Tesla. No, I think he was trying to save them.
He's just like, this is the fastest way I know to get these people.
Basically,
is to call Tesla a dangerous fucker.
Plus, he shoots an alien scorpion in the face. You do not want to mess with that man.
Oh God.
I'm going to say I do not know a whole lot about Edison. But I do know that most of what they said, it's like, really did screw Tesla over. He didn't understand.
He did, yes.
He really was a dick. Just isn't caring.
Yes. He does, the real life Tesla did work for the real life Edison briefly, by the way, back in 1884. Yes, I did my research. Just coming in Metivier, and
for a total of 6 months.
I have no clue if the anecdote about Tesla digging for a year because he was promised $50,000 is real or not. I don't think it is, because I don't think Tesla worked long enough for Edison for that to be the case.
From what I remember, he was offered the bonus to design, but they were joking.
Yeah, and he says he couldn't take the American sense of humor.
Yeah, I don't remember the ditch real. In Tesla, he'd probably do that anyway.
Probably. I mean, the man was amazingly driven and dedicated to what he believed in. And I love the fact that this episode has got a lot more eyeballs on Tesla, and I've got more people looking back at what he did and who he was.
Fun fact, that 3,000 bonus would have been like 12.
Yeah, it would have made him alive.
God.
We should mention, of course, that this is not the first time that Robert Glasser, who portrays Edison, has been in Doctor Who.
Oh, what?
Yeah, he's in the Case of Androzani.
What?
Yeah, he's Celatin.
I don't remember who that is.
He's one of the miners. He gets shot, and then an android replica.
Oh, that guy!
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, he was that guy? What? I had no idea.
It was 1984, in fairness, so that was, 36 years ago?
Oh, yeah, so he's like old as fuck now. Still, wow!
Yes.
I was literally just thinking of Caves of Androzani this morning, and I had no idea that they had that connection.
I love the fact that he could have easily done that role in his mid-20s, but because it's 36 years ago, he's old as fuck now.
He's old as fuck! He's got grey hair and shit!
It could be less than... Have you never heard of makeup, you Philistine?
Look up that man's age now.
I'm going to look up his age right now, but while
let's see.
Seconds, I'm already there.
Let's see if I get invited to the Eurong server.
Well, two of us are already invited to the Eurong server.
How old is he?
He's 59.
Oh, that's pretty old.
No, it isn't. Get in the server with the rest of us. Come on now.
Plus, I am looking at a photo of him right now. He's only got gray on the sides of his head, although he could be dying.
Get in the server right now.
Dog pile.
Get in the pool. Now, this is what I want to talk about, then. This is what I want to talk about. Tesla. Oh, hello. Something just showed up. And there we go.
Thank you, Cat.
Thank you, Cat. Right on time.
You know, if I joined the server, you can never invite me again.
Well, no, that's okay, because that's not the only server I've got.
Very good. I would expect nothing less.
I still love the fact that one day, just out of the blue, you tweeted out Cody Rhodes and you invited him to the server. And like, what the fuck is this?
I still do not remember what he was wrong about, but he was completely wrong.
Knowing Cody Rhodes, probably Star Wars. The man is a Star Wars fanatic. So popular culture has always portrayed Edison and Tesla as these great rivals. And there was a bit of a rivalry because Tesla worked for Edison, then he left, and Edison took it badly. But the real rivalry was between Thomas Edison and George Westinghouse. Now, George Westinghouse was the pioneer of alternating current, with the help of Tesla.
Okay.
Yes.
He was basically the face of alternating current, just as Thomas Edison was the face of the rival direct current system. And Edison goes to great lengths in real life to try and discredit alternating current, to the point he helps to come up with the electric chair.
Yeah,
oh my God.
He did that.
He also electrocuted an elephant live.
What the fuck, Edison?
He was trying to show that this alternating current was dangerous, that it would kill people. He was trying to scare them away. And he put up a show called Electrocuting an Elephant. And this elephant was sentenced to death because it had killed its trainer. And he deserved to die, basically, because he gave the elephant a lit cigarette to eat.
Oh my God.
So, yeah, I think the guy basically deserved to be stepped on, which is what happened. But they killed this elephant live. They executed it by electricity.
What in the fuck?
Yeah. If you want to know more about the rivalry between Westinghouse and Edison, spoilers by the way, Westinghouse won.
Hey.
even though Edison is seen as this the much more famous name out of him and Tesla now, people who heard Thomas Edison, they haven't heard Nikola Tesla, which is what I think they were getting at with Ryan saying, who's Tesla? But Edison, I've heard of him. I think that's what they were trying to get across.
Saying the Tesla cars. No, the cars.
Yeah. Elon Musk owes a lot to Nikola Tesla. I'll say that right now. Oh, hello. Is that another invitation to the You're Wrong server? No, it's not.
No. What is that?
This is a recreation of Edison's laboratory. It may look familiar to you.
Ah! Did they actually film it in the
That's
actual...
how much research they did to this episode.
What?
Is that when they filmed it, or did they just painstakingly recreate it?
No, this is at the Henry Ford Museum. It's Edison's Menlo Park laboratory. They reconstructed it for this museum.
Fantastic.
Nice.
So, what you saw in the episode is actually what Edison's stuff looked like.
Brilliant. I love that attention to detail.
Nice.
Another thing I think that he gets a bad rap for... Oh, by the way, if you want to know more about the story of Westinghouse and Tesla and Edison, there is a film with Benedict Cumberbatch and Nicholas Hoult and Michael Shannon, I think, who are Edison...
Who does Cumberbatch play?
He's Edison.
Okay. That I can get behind.
Yeah, Nick Hoult is Tesla and Shannon is Westinghouse. It's called The Current War. And it goes into far more detail than we could hope to in this in the space of this podcast. But it's a fascinating story, and I'm glad that Doctor Who has got around to shining a light on it, so to speak. That wasn't a pun. That was me being sincere. That was me being sincere. Keep your booze.
Boo, get off the stage.
Boo to your booze, madam.
I was saying boo earns.
I was saying booze as in alcohol.
Hey, remember when David Bowie played Nikola Tesla?
Yes, we already covered the Prestige last week.
Did we?
Way to have your finger on the pulse there, Jerry.
Did we? All I remember is climate change and
screaming. Yes. Well, that's basically how to sum up all 55. Climate change and screaming.
You're not wrong.
I do like. I think the comparison to say, Tesla's an inventor and Edison's a businessman. That's not entirely fair. I mean, Nina Metivier definitely takes a side here between the two of them.
Well, obviously.
She takes the side of Tesla. But it's not...
let's be fair. Tesla's gotten the short end of the stick like entire. He kind of deserves.
Yeah, but it's not fair to also to dismiss Edison's achievements entirely. I mean, he ultimately loses the battle for electricity.
Look. Edison used to bite things in order to feel vibrations. He deserves.
Call me.
By the way,
listen.
Did that.
Cat, as the Tesla expert. Cat, as the Tesla expert, please tell me, how many elephants did Nikola Tesla electrocute live?
From what I understand, none.
Yeah, 0.
So, game, set, match to Nikola Tesla.
It was it was only Edison and his associates that electrocuted animals to try and show how dangerous it was. Because the whole point is that AC was not that dangerous.
And that's the...
Yeah, but here's the thing about Edison. It's unfair to dismiss his achievements entirely. Yeah, all right, he got electricity spectacularly wrong, but without him, we wouldn't have the film industry.
Well, see, I think the episode, even though it does kind of portray Edison as an antagonist in a sense, it does sort of parallel Tesla and Edison in a favorable light in places. Like, they're both visionaries, but Edison's more with the business side, and Tesla's more with the creation side. And it does show Edison as kind of a bastard, true, but also I think it does parallel these inventors, just like it's doing with the Doctor. It's like the theme of the episode. Inventing!
He's not a villain, is he? He's not a villain here.
And that's why it said antagonist.
Yeah. There is a villain. It's not a bad villain at all, but He's not the villain.
Yeah.
I do like that little moment towards the end where he says, come back and work for me, because if you don't, you'll be bankrupt within a year. And they just show a bit of respect to each other.
Which he was, by the way. That whole thing where the guy pulled his funding is true. It just happened for an entirely different...
Yeah.
It didn't happen because of goddamn aliens.
I'm okay with Doctor Who taking a few liberties to tell a better story.
Yeah, pretty much what happened was it was supposed to... Wardenclyffe was supposed to be a way to transmit across the... basically like a big radio system. Tesla actually wanted it to be the Wi-Fi system. Like transmitting everything wirelessly, and that was his dream. He was competing against this guy in Italy whose name I forget, but he's not that important. Either way, the guy in Italy won because he transmitted the letter S across the ocean.
Wait, Marconi?
His funding was pulled.
Is that the guy, Marconi?
Yes.
Because I know Marconi, because Marconi actually did his first wireless transatlantic broadcast from Signal Hill, which is in the capital of Newfoundland. I've been there. It's a lovely place.
He transmitted the letter S, and he won the race. And so Tesla was out of funding because the guy just didn't care anymore.
I caught the reference to Marconi in this episode. I'm like, oh shit, I know that. That happened here.
Oh, that's another thing I forgot to mention. That something that she does, the writer does, that's better than Chris Chibnall. In the scene with the exposition, in the scene with the great exposition, she actually has the characters doing things visually to break up the exposition. Thank you.
Yay. Bless.
This is what Skyfall Part 2 needed when the Master was talking to the Doctor and it didn't get it.
Well, we can give equal props to Metivier and the director for that.
Yeah, and it's an all-female writer and director team, by the way, something I forgot to mention.
Hell yeah!
I mean, it's not just that. The script editor was Fiona McAllister, and it was produced by Nikki Wilson.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, Nikki Wilson produces nearly all the episodes now, but yes.
Okay. Can we just have all-girl Doctor? Because clearly y'all know what you're doing.
Yes.
That's a discussion on meritocracy I don't want to get into, but...
Okay, let's talk... Well, hey, speaking of meritocracy, let's talk about Scorpion Queen.
Nice segue. Yeah, okay. Hey! Our actual villains, our actual monster of the week. The Skipper.
This is interesting.
Yeah, I think they're a pretty good monster. I mean, are these or the Dregs or the... I can't remember the name of the Kasavin. Which do you think is the best one so far?
Depends on your criteria.
Okay. Well, I think in terms of performance, that's not really fair though, because one's portrayed by a human actress and the others are not.
Yeah.
I thought these were pretty effective for what they were.
They get a lot of mileage out of this alien species. Like you start with the projection people with the red eyes, lightning hands, and stuff, and then you have the actual like grunt scorpions, which are just giant alien scorpions, which is very fun. And then you have the Queen, who's a human actress and gets to emote.
The Queen's good, I think.
What is this?
I don't like the costume design.
Right. Well, it's funny because again, another sort of pre-publicity thing. A lot of people were thinking this was the Arachnos or related to the Arachnos.
It looked a lot like Arachnos in that season 12 trailer.
But the Arachnos were not mentioned at all.
Well, obviously.
So this was either a coincidence, which is possible. I think most likely it's a case of a monster design being repurposed.
It probably just like took the Arachnos outfit out of the mothballs and sprayed and painted it and added some bits and stuff.
You guys are missing the point. I mean, we have all these really cool, really awesome-looking scorpion aliens, and there's just a human in an outfit.
Yeah, but you need someone to actually emote.
Yeah.
you can't just have Jodie and co acting to a
Maybe
green ball.
There's some sort of weird scorpion centaur thing.
Listen. I like old Star Trek, and half of that is just a person with shit glued to their face.
Yeah, but they had limits back then. I mean, this is
Sure.
New Age Doctor Who. Do you really think they have limits on their butt? Oh.
For the second time in 3 weeks, I refer you to the Star Wars Bounty Hunter What's My Motivation outtake.
What? Oh, God.
I don't know. It's just...
It's fine to
the
me.
way her face is. I like the teeth are cool. But she kind of looks like Batman's first outfit ever.
Oh my god.
Before he caught on to the cape and cowl.
Oh, wild.
See, I thought the prosthetics on the actress Anjali Mahindra, I thought they were actually quite good.
Her eyes are too sunken in, and they're too human. That's my problem.
You can see a bit of human flesh. You can see a bit of human flesh, which maybe when it's a close up on her face, maybe that ruins the effect a little bit.
I'd argue that they wanted her to be able to emote more.
I like the concept of the Skifra being alien scavengers or parasites that don't know how to build anything of their own.
Kids, it's part of that theming again. Like I said, the antagonists of the episode don't invent their own shit. They steal from other people, another species.
That's literally what I just said not that long ago. Now you're mirroring me.
Fuck! No. Yeah. But yes, thank you, Kat, for making that observation. But yeah, and the Doctor is, like, morally offended by this as an inventor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of interesting. And it's maybe the one note of the episode that if you think about it, the little things are kind of like, I mean, because the Doctor complaining about somebody stealing alien technology that they didn't invent, who flies around in a giant blue police box spaceship that she stole and didn't invent.
Just a little hypocritical there, Jodie. Just a little hypocritical.
I mean, maybe you could say her race invented it, and she's not stealing from like others. She isn't going around in the Dalek time machine or what. But still, if you think about it for a little bit, I appreciate the parallel and what Nina Metivier is trying to do, and it works. It worked for me, but if you think about it just a little bit, you can pick at it and go, I don't know.
Now, Kat brought up the fact that you can see the actress behind the makeup, and you can, but who that actress is very interesting because she has a link to wider Doctor Who.
Really?
So this is Anjali Mahindra, better known as Rani, no relation to that Rani, better known as Rani in the Sarah Jane Adventures.
Oh, wow, really? Okay.
Yeah. So she's come back to Doctor Who proper as a completely different character. I think she gives a good performance here. She also had a star turn in the hit thriller Bodyguard. To go into what her role was would be a huge spoiler for that show, but she's really good in that too. But here's the funny thing. She's so well concealed behind all that makeup and prosthetics that Bradley Walsh has been in the Sarah Jane Adventures together with her. He didn't recognise her on the set. As the actress herself recounted.
Let's be fair. I'm sure she grew up a lot.
She did, but he's basically just talking to her, and she thinks, he recognises me, does he? And then he continues talking to her, and it's like, oh shit, he does not recognise me in the slightest.
Amazing.
It's time to exploit that.
I think maybe he realised when she broke out of the makeup at the end of the shoot. But
also, while we're talking about the Skithra, can I just mention that chase scene with the scorpion grunts?
Yeah, the editing on that's a little skew with.
It's absolutely hilarious. Like Edison shoots a scorpion, and it just twitches, and there's scorpions tripping over bread and slamming into each other and shit.
Oh, I love they keep running into each other. Yes, that's funny. That's funny.
Oh my god!
Oh, I also love the fact that the Queen kills one of her own minions.
I was talking, bitch.
Yeah, it's like it says we require an engineer. She shoots it. It goes, I am talking. We require an engineer.
Beautiful.
I do like her characterization. I do love the way the Doctor describes her as a queen of shreds and patches.
Mm-hmm.
Secondhand ships and stolen guns. You're not a ruler. You're a parasite. And the Doctor really gets angry.
Properly, yeah. Like I said, like we said, that's the moral outrage.
Yeah.
That, as an inventor, that's what Metivier is working on.
You can forget mercy here. You can forget one chance, and that's it.
She did it. She said that though.
She did, yeah. But they got past that part really quickly.
She did give the Skithra her one chance, and she.
In fairness, she did. Up. She did give her one chance.
So.
And then she shot it with the ship with a bolt of lightning.
Well, they lived. I mean,
she doesn't die.
They blasted off again.
Do we think she's coming back?
No.
Because Tim Shaw survived and he came back, unfortunately.
Oh, for God's sakes.
I don't think they will, but I think they opened up the possibility.
Yeah, leave the door open. I'm fine with that. I think there's more you can do with that, with the idea of them being, scavengers and they steal from other civilizations. That could be fun to bring them back down the line.
Can I just say one thing, again, praising Metivier and damning Chibnall, is that the entire goodly worth of the episode isn't premeditated on, well, it was an okay concept, but the door is open for them to come back and it be better. No, it works in the episode that you're watching. You don't have to play the good faith argument and say, well, maybe possibly in 6 weeks this will all pan out to be good retroactive.
No, they work on the week.
It's
on the
good
actual
now.
Week. Yeah. In the actual moment, they work, and there is scope for them to come back in the future. And what the hell is that? Oh,
it's this queen.
It's just the queen. You can see her. You can sort of see her human flesh underneath the prosthetic.
Around her eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what I noticed? I didn't realize this watching the episode, but there are a lot of close-ups of her face.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem I have the most with it.
I do like her acting, though. Her erratic movements.
Oh yeah, her acting is fantastic. Her makeup is terrible.
That's fair. I slightly disagree, but I think that's fair. Looking at that close up, it doesn't quite hold up, but yeah, they're a good villain.
I said, we got a lot of close-up shots.
Yeah, I didn't realize just how many close-up shots we got. I think they were a good villain for this episode, and I think the fact that they survived means that the door is open for them to be brought back for another episode they fit in sometime down the line, but not this year, not this series.
Yeah. I mean, you can probably think, as long as you can think of something they would fit well in, and not just be, we're the bad aliens, the big guns.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that they thematically fit with the invention theme really made them work better than they might have.
Put it this way, if they don't show up for the finale this year, then Big Finish is already rubbing their hands and figuring out ways to poach them for their own stories.
Oh my god. Oh, and being Big Finish, they probably will do that. Oh, and they are the bad. Ooh.
Yeah, maybe. You just reminded me, I still have to start listening to those two Big Finishes that you very kindly bought me for Christmas, so I'll do that soon.
I've heard one of them, and it's pretty neat.
Yeah. Well, I do like the Ice Warriors, so I'll probably have a good time.
I hope Kat has listened to hers as well.
I don't know which one she got, so...
I gave her some Colin Baker ones.
Oh!
Listen. I was mirroring her. She bought me the Twin Dilemmas.
I say again, oh!
Oh!
Just to be fair, he bought me one of the best ones, the one where Colin Baker sings. So.
Where Colin Baker sings Gilbert and Sullivan. Well, Gilbert and Sullivan style.
Oh, you got her that one?
Yeah, that one.
I say again.
And then one with the Rani in it. But not Katamara Rani, like a different incarnation.
Not Angela Mahindra Rani either. Hey-o.
Hey, back to the thing. Yeah.
And now I'm mirroring you, So yeah, I think you get the general idea that we all really like this episode. Kat really liked this episode.
Yes.
So, are we on wrap-up time?
Let's go for the overall thoughts of the wrap-up.
Okay.
I think our resident Tesla fangirl should go first.
Okay. Tesla. That's all.
I expected that, and you didn't disappoint.
Beautiful.
Go ahead.
No, I said everything I needed to say. Tesla.
No, I mean Jerry. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I was waiting to see if that was just a goof or you really didn't know.
No, it wasn't a goof. The review was Tesla. She gives the episode 5 Teslas out of Tesla.
Yes.
Okay. Overall thoughts. Best episode so far of Series 12. Probably, what? Top 3 Whittaker era, maybe? I think, yes, yes, let's go with that. Top 3 Whittaker era episode. It's very well written. It's very fun. It has an overarching theme that really resonates well. Nina Metivier really actually thought about what the 13th Doctor is like from her script editing and facilitated a plot about that in every detail and really went all in. Like, once she decided, okay, Doctor and Inventor, Tesla, she went all in on her Tesla, which is Kat can attest to. So, it's great. I really liked it. And I'm pleased, and I hope we get more good episodes like this.
Yes, I also really enjoyed this. This was so different to last week's.
Frez.
Yeah.
I have something for you.
Oh, God. Okay.
She wasn't kidding about the different servers.
I've been waiting for weeks to use this one.
Wait, you're telling me that in all our weeks of doing the show, 4 episodes of the show, not once have we been absolutely correct in your eyes?
Well, yeah, because on all the other ones, we all had something different that we didn't like, or that we did like. So this was the only one where I think we all agreed this was a really good episode.
Yeah.
You see, it's good to just say this is good and not have a 20-minute debate about global warming.
It's almost like that's what the whole point of Doctor Who is to be. Is to be fun and to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Well. I mean,
and that kind of ties into my views about this episode. So yeah, this was so different to Orphan 55, and in the best possible way. This was a really fun historical romp, and it absolutely flew by on first watch. I mean, by the time that the Scorpion Queen, thank you for that, Kat, the Scorpion Queen had turned up inside the lab and was threatening them, saying, you know, I will kill you and I will take this planet. Have you ever seen a dead planet? Another server invitation for it's fucking global warming has just popped up. It flew by on first watch. By the time she showed up, I checked watch like, there's 5 minutes to go. What the hell? So it flew by. I thought the acting was particularly good this week. Goran Visnich was amazing as Tesla. Robert Glasner was really good as Edison. Angela Mahindra put in a good showing as the different Queen. And neither of the historical characters were pushed to the side, which historical episodes sometimes make the mistake of doing. They didn't do it here.
Spyfall!
Yeah, Spyfall, but others as well. I mean, even ones like pure historicals, like, are all set in the same time period throughout. Not Vincent and the Doctor. That's a good job of it. Victory of the Daleks.
I was just thinking that one too. Good job.
Churchill is basically just pushed to the side and tells him to have a cigar and things like that. But no, this was absolutely great. Really, really, really good. The best story of Series 12, as you've rightly said. It was a toss-up for me between this and Skyfall Part 1, but based on the discussions we've been having, no, this tops it.
Yeah, I'm confident in saying that.
I give this episode a 1 out of 1. Tesla.
And Rainiac?
Yes. And I've just been invited to You're Alright, I Guess. Talk about dabbing with fake praise.
Oh, God. I just imagine Kat's, like, Discord sidebar is just full of these things only to be used.
I imagine she's going to run out of bandwidth on Discord pretty soon.
Oh, God. It'll be worth it.
It's alright, I'll just delete the ones that don't need.
So, we all agree that this week was tremendous fun. Let's hope the trend continues with next week's episode, Fugitive of the Jadoon.
So, want to know an interesting fact? The actress who played Githra,
Angie Mahindra. Are you saying she was in a Jadoon episode?
An episode of Sarah Jane Adventures that was called The Prisoner of the Jadoon.
Oh, it's all connected.
People have speculated that maybe it's a follow-up to that, or it might just be a coincidence again. But the writer of this is extremely interesting because from Series 11's Divas of the Punjab, it's the return of Vinay Patel.
Oh, please, God, don't fuck it up.
It's Vinay Patel, and given the content of Demons of the Punjab, I'm kind of hoping, given what the Jadoon are, they're intergalactic space police, I have to wonder if this episode's going to be a commentary on police brutality.
Oh my God! I don't know if I can handle that.
I will say one thing though. I am more than ready for Jodie Whittaker to continue the epic rap battle that David Tennant started.
Oh,
with the Jadoon.
It's not just Vinay Patel; it's also Chris Chibnall.
It's another co-write one.
Co-writing.
That wasn't in the. That was not in the episode listing.
This was not part of the plan.
This was not part of the plan. We were supposed to have 6 weeks away from Chris Chibnall. God damn it!
Oh,
for better or for worse.
Well. We're going to have to make a promise that if there's something bad in this episode, and there's good stuff, we don't give all the good stuff to Patel and blame all the bad on Chib.
Yeah, all right.
We'll try to be fair.
We'll blame 90% of the bad on Chris Chibnall.
There you go. That's being fair.
I know there's no bad to blame him for.
Really, what I'm thinking is it's probably going to have art shit in it. That's why.
It might. It might. I wonder. I mean, did you get a next time trailer at all?
Yeah, but it was like pretty brief. It's just, hey, there's Jadoons.
This is a beef I have with the trailers this year. They've gone the whole opposite direction. Rather than showing too much in the trailers, they're now not showing anything in the trailers. While BBC America is getting some nice 30-second trailers that show some really cool stuff that doesn't give away the episode.
That was not 30 seconds long.
No. The UK broadcast got 10 seconds.
Yeah, I think we're getting what you get.
Yeah.
I don't remember it particularly interesting on mine. It's just a whole bunch of
I just know that the Tesla episode last week got a really good, detailed next time trailer that still didn't give away too much. And we got like 10 seconds.
Let's be fair, I had just finished watching Tesla, so I was blinded and I wasn't paying attention to
You're just sitting there going, Tesla!
That's fair enough. But basically, unlike last week, we don't really have too much of an idea what we're going to get. I'm happy to see the Jadoon back. I think they're a good concept for an alien race. Again, they're not wholly good, they're not wholly bad, they are the enforcers.
They're lawful.
I think the Jadoon are red hair.
They could be. I mean, it's a bit interesting to put the name of the Jadoon right there in the episode.
What is this?
And maybe we're not focusing.
Stephen.
Yeah, maybe we're focusing so much on the Jadoon part and missing out the fugitive bit.
Maybe Patel will have something relevant to say, and maybe Chibnall won't fuck up whatever he has to say.
Dr. Richard Kimball confirmed for Doctor Who next week.
I don't know who the fugitive might be, but I don't know how true it is.
Well, we'll see next week, I guess.
We will. I'm to be honest, the Tesla episode left me in such a good mood. I can't be too pessimistic about this.
I mean, if it's bad, well, it might be like we still got a really great episode.
I mean, if it's bad, we have some good podcasting material to talk about, so we win either way. We either get a really good episode that we all enjoy, or we get a decent to bad episode that we can critique.
Yeah. Or we get an episode that is political, like you said, about police brutality, and you get to again.
I get to scream again, yes.
Well, we'll see next week.
We will indeed. I'm looking forward.
Say, though, if I turn out to be right about this, I think Fugitive is the master.
Oh, the Fugitive?
Just saying.
That does make sense.
Just throwing that right out there now. That would be a hell of a thing. And again, they would kept that completely secret.
If I turn out to be right, which I don't think I am, but if I turn out to be right, I'm going to come into the next podcast like, suck it!
Wait, but that's how you always start.
I was going to say that's no different than usual.
That 10 times worse.
Oh God! Please don't be the master.
No, well, we'll time with. Oh man!
You see what you've done now, Kat? You've actually got me hoping it's not my favourite villain to return to the show. Thanks for that.
Oh my! Oh God, Kat, we're gonna have so much fun. We're gonna have so much fun on Sunday evening on the watch. If it's the master, we're just gonna be like to each other.
I'm gonna be there shaking my fist at screen, going, "Cat!"
You're just gonna be sitting there with your head and Rainiac on the couch. Oh God, I'm gonna deal with this shit tomorrow.
Oh no, it's even better than that. He sees the episodes before we do.
Yeah, so exactly. He's sitting there. He's sitting there. We're talking. He's like, "Oh, episode's fine." Internally,
internal and external screaming.
Oh Jesus!
I'll just say this now: if Cat's hunch is right, and
he's just sitting in a dark room.
If Cat's hunch is right, and it is the master, and it's not the guy in the trailer, and that's just a red herring, and it is the master. Don't be surprised if I'm not on the podcast that week. Because I've just been recovering from disappointment.
Disappointment. Anyway, hey, hang on. Can we meme on the show still?
We can meme.
Can we image meme on the show still?
As long as I put the appropriate copyright, yes. What are you doing?
Copyright. Brainiac next Sunday evening when it's revealed that the master is the fugitive of the Jadoon.
Yes. It was either that or the Tom.
Except it's much darker and Mad World.
It's either that or the GIF with Tom Fawkes and the alcohol.
Oh Jesus!
Love you, Tom. Right, so
let's wrap this up.
Depending on who the Fugitive of the Jadoon is, then join us either for an analysis of Fugitive of the Jadoon or Fresno and Kat laughing at me for an hour that it's the master. Either way, it's going to be a fun time. So thank you for listening to our analysis of Nikola Tesla's Night of... No, so I got to do it right. Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror. Thank you to Kat and FreezingInferno for joining me for talking about the episode. And thank you to you for sticking with us through thick and through thin. And then next... Tesla. And join us next week when we talk about Fugitive of the Jadoon, brackets who may or may not be the master, end brackets. Until then, bye for now.